Good afternoon and welcome to the Manchester United versus Burnley live Erik ten Hag press conference reaction with me, Kieran, on Daily Red Devil. Let's get straight on into it. So the press conference has already started. Let's start off with the first question. So first off, Erik ten Hag is asked about an update on the team news. So let's talk about that really quickly. He says, as you say, Harry Maguire, but we will see again after training. Varane will train, we will see. Amrabat will train, we will see, and Mount as well. But they didn't play for short or longer term. Varane obviously was the shortest out. So he's keeping his cards relatively close to his chest there. Just to summarise that bit of the section, he says Varane is training, Amrabat's training, Mason Mount is training, but we will see. So he's not giving anything away. We'll have to wait and see then, won't we? That's all we can do. We'll have to see who lines up against Burnley tomorrow. He's then asked the question, will Jadon Sancho play for Manchester United again? He says this, it depends on him. For the rest, we are preparing for Burnley and that's our focus. He will not be in the squad. Wow. He's putting all of the emphasis on him. That's mad, that bit, isn't it? Let me know what you guys think about that one. Do you guys think Jadon Sancho will play for Manchester United again? Erik ten Hag says it depends on him. That's blown my head, that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about Jadon Sancho. He's then asked the following. He says, are you surprised at the challenge at Manchester United? Erik ten Hag says this. He says, no, it's my second year. I know it's not always going to go up. You will have your gaps and you will get stronger from it as long as you stay together. That's what we're doing. In the dressing room, staff and all the staff, coaches, medical, everyone is united, and united you fight. I mean, I don't know about that, Eric, to be honest. You've got players calling you out earlier on today saying that they don't understand your favouritism and stuff. So people are already coming against you, especially Sancho's and, potentially Maguire's. He's then asked about the dressing room unrest, as I just said, about the issues in the dressing room. He says, I don't know if it's a leak, but I know my opinion. I know my players. Everyone can make suggestions. We are okay with it. At United, you have to win every game, so it doesn't change anything. As always, it's always about how we play against Burnley. There's no easy game, definitely not against Burnley. Okay? So he's saying he doesn't know if there is a leak, and he's saying that he welcomes people's opinions within the dressing room. Not sure about that. He's then asked about how difficult the game against Burnley will be. Erik ten Hag says, we know how intense they play football. We know their approach. I like the approach from them. The adventure, high intensity and dynamic in their game. So we have to play our best. I 100% agree. I think although people are like Burnley have only got 1 point, they're second bottom of the league, I think that it's going to be their biggest game of the season. It's their cup final. Every time Manchester United play somebody, it's their cup final. We're the most hated club in England, aren't we? Everybody wants to beat us. So it's going to be a very difficult game. And just because they've got 1 point doesn't mean anything. He's then asked about Kes Vos, which is his agent, because obviously there was a story going around the last couple of days saying that apparently Erik ten Hag was signing only people from his same agency. Erik says it can't be a conflict of interest because we make very good agreements about it from the start, how we cooperate in that manner. For player decisions, transfers, it's always 50-50. We both have a veto, the club represented by John Murtough and me, so there can never be a distraction. So he's been very clear there. He's saying that the signings are not 100% on Erik ten Hag. It's 50-50 between John Murtough and himself, and that all transfers go between both of those two people. So anybody who says that Erik ten Hag buys every single player and trying to put that bit of the blame on him, he's literally just said in this press conference that apparently it's a 50-50 decision between both Ten Hag and John Murtough, which is interesting. But let me know what you guys think about that, because I know a load of people have been saying, oh, Ten Hag's signings have been poor. He wanted to get all these players. The club clearly didn't want them. It was Onana. Onana was a signing of his, all the rest of it. He's clearly outlined that it's not just like that. It's 50-50 between the club and the manager, which is how it should be. We can't just get Erik ten Hag every single player he wants without any question. Otherwise, we could have ended up with Arnautovic last season. We could have ended up with a summer of Arnautovic, Rabiot and Weghorst. That could have been a realistic outlook, couldn't it? But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that one. Let's see what else has been said in the press conference. Obviously, the biggest bit so far has been the bit about Jadon Sancho. The Sancho one is the one that's going to get all the headlines, isn't it? Obviously, him saying that it completely depends on Jadon Sancho whether he plays for Manchester United again. That's mad. He's putting all of the pressure on Jadon, and it does, Jadon knows what he has to do. He has to come out and apologise to the fans. He's not playing. He should be playing for Manchester United. He has to apologise to us, the fans. He has to apologise to the club, and he has to apologise to Erik ten Hag. He needs to make 3 apologies. And that needs to happen before I think Jadon Sancho will ever play for Manchester United again. And as Eric Ten Hag says, it depends on Jadon Sancho. Will Jadon Sancho be the bigger man and come out and apologise? I'm not sure. Like, how long's it been now? When did Jadon put up that statement? Is it 3 weeks ago? Let me check. It was on the 12th of September. So it was on the 3rd of September. I mean, it's been like 3 weeks since Jadon Sancho put that statement out and he said nothing. I mean, it's not great, is it? And that was everything that was discussed in the press conference. So it was a relatively short one today. Obviously, there will be an embargoed section which will go live at probably about 8 or 9 p.m. this evening. But let me know what you guys think of all of the comments that were discussed. I think obviously the most important one is the injury bit where he said that Mason Mount, Amrabat and Varane are all training, but he hasn't confirmed whether they will be on the bus for the game against Burnley tomorrow. And also, of course, the massive story about Jadon Sancho saying that it's up to him whether he'll play for Manchester United again. But I'm going to wrap the video up here, guys. I'm not going to keep you for too long. Please do make sure to smash a like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel on your way out. This has been Daily Red Devil. I've been Kieran, and I'll catch you all later.